Hello. Did you miss me? If so, welcome back. And if not, welcome to the channel. Sorry for not updating in very long, but there have been a lot of troubles with YouTube as a platform recently. I'm sure you've heard of all of them. And as a result, I have decided that I'll only ever upload videos if I especially enjoy it. So, I decided to upload this because I do enjoy unboxing from phone lots. This phone lot was actually the cheapest one that I've ever had, at only $36. It also has the fewest phones though, but the good thing about it is that most of these phones have been shown in the screenshot to work. Let's see if they actually work in person though. Yeah, as I said, not nearly as many phones. I do appreciate the better packaging though. So this is the first one in the list. It's an SGH U600 with what I am assuming was a bloated battery, but this is a very clean design. I like it. And I say that I'm assuming it had a bloated battery mostly because of the warping on the back. If you can even see it. Yeah, I think it's pretty visible. I'm just going in the order that I see them in. This is, I believe, a Galaxy Young. Oh my god! Yeah, that is what it is. Hopefully it's a working one. I think this one has a bloated battery as well. I'm gonna have to take the back off real quick. If I can in time, that is. But as you can see, it does work. Yeah, let's just take the back off. Wow. Whoops. That wasn't meant to happen, but yep. It also has a bloated battery. It's only slight, but it's concerning enough to me. So I'm assuming this is the reason why the seller wanted to get rid of these phones so quickly. Because they were a hazard. And this is a Galaxy S Duos with a very slight crack on the bottom. I'm not sure if this one works. Let me see if this one has a bloated battery as well. No, the battery is actually pretty okay, albeit dirty. Given that the cover on these batteries, the removable batteries, is actually very hard, I am not nearly as upset about a dirty battery because it likely means that no dirt has actually gotten inside of the battery, which is what would be the main concern. Oh look, another Galaxy S Duos. Yep. And this one has a screen protector on it. Okay, let's see if the touchscreen works. I like the background, but you only got to see it for a split second there. Oh, right, I'm assuming this is a personal background. Alright, we'll charge it later. It does work from what I'm seeing here. This one remains untested. Until we get this one working though, let's take a look at this. This is my first BlackBerry. It's a BlackBerry Bold. And I've actually heard a lot of things, good and bad, about the BlackBerry Bold. Let's turn it on to see if any are true. Oh wait, I think this is the power button. I am not familiar with how these work. Look at that, that's a nice wallpaper as well. So this one just fully works, probably? Let me see. No SIM card. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Generally this seems to work. Does the power button have issues? No, it doesn't. Okay, so the phone's a little bit slow. That's good to know. Oh, so you know the whole thing about rubberized coatings being a bad idea on phones because they tend to degrade over time and become really sticky? Guess what happened here? It's disgusting. But it's at least here now. It is indeed a BlackBerry Bold. Okay, let's see. This one is a Sony Xperia E or L, probably an E, and it's an earlier E model. It does not turn on yet. What happened to you? Whatever, I'll just take the battery out. It has the slightest bit of charge, so I guess I'll just put it into the other S-Duos. Alright, let's turn this one on to see if there's anything wrong. Yeah, I can already notice some issues. Notably the fact that it doesn't turn on at all. So this battery also had like the slightest bit of juice in it. So both of the batteries had juice in it, it's just that the phone had issues. That's actually surprising. Anyways, next phone. This is an older HTC. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one does not work, unfortunately. And this is a newer phone, the Huawei P10 Lite. And this was one of the phones that did work in the screenshot. So I really hope that it does work in person too. It doesn't currently have charge, which is a little bit unsettling, but I do have the charger for it. The Galaxy J5 2015, I already have two of these, and this one does work, just like in the photo. That's good. And finally, a peculiar Wiko phone. Oh, so this battery was actually good. Anyway, this one also works. I'm assuming this one has a messed up battery of some sort. Yeah, this one seems to work fine. Let's see what happens when I power it down. Yep, it works without issue. When I power it back on, no issues here either. Yeah, so maybe this battery was borked as well. Anyway, let's take a look at this one because it is on the setup screen. Oh, yeah, so this one has a Google lock. I'll get this one unlocked later. And this one, it's just really peculiar. I'm trying really hard to not reveal any of their personal info. This is an Android 4.2.2 device. 2 warnings. It's bad when they give you 2 warnings. Oh, wait a minute. I think this was supposed to be... Yeah, now I understand what this was supposed to be. So this was very likely the phone of someone who needed to use it for accessibility purposes. That makes a lot more sense now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll charge these up and I'll see you when I'm done. Hello. I didn't expect to finish everything so quickly, but I suppose it makes sense given how few phones I actually got in this lot. 10 phones, $36, $3.60 for each phone. So let's get started with the SGH U600. Unfortunately, it does not work. The Galaxy Young works just fine. Besides the vibration motor, I forgot about that one. The BlackBerry Bold doesn't power on. It does show a red LED when it's charging, but it doesn't do much else. This first Samsung Galaxy S2 has a motherboard issue that prevents it from turning on. It is actually the exact same motherboard issue that plagues the two Galaxy J1s that I have, and the Galaxy Trend that I accidentally ripped the power button out of. The other Galaxy S2 works just fine though. It is running Android 4.0.4, and of course it has access to absolutely zero Google services. But considering the sketchiness of Google as of late, maybe that's a good thing. Next up is the Sony Xperia E4, which boot loops. I really wish I could show it because it's kind of funny, but maybe better to not show it. It doesn't work anyway. Next up is the Samsung Galaxy J5, which I've still not gotten around to unlock. I have tried, trust me. It is really a big pain. It is on the latest version of pretty much everything though, so I guess it makes sense. It is running Android 6.0.1. It has, I believe, 8 gigabytes of storage, and it is in brilliant condition. I forgot to mention that. Okay. Never mind. The back, not so much. But everything else, like the sides and the screen, are amazing. I really hope I can get around to replacing the motherboard from this to the cracked Galaxy J5 that I have, so I can at least make that one look good. Next up is the Huawei P10 Lite, which works exactly as advertised. It is running Android 8.0, and it has no problems. Very smooth. It is a 32 gigabyte model, to be specific. This one, yeah. I think this one is the only one where it will really matter, though, because nothing else here can really use that storage, including this next HTC Desire phone. Unfortunately, this one has a broken LCD. And finally, this Wiko phone is running Android 4.2.2, and it fully works. It just doesn't have much use. I would say for $36 that this phone lot was worth it. I got two fully working phones out. Okay, no, not two. 1, 2, 3, 4 fully working phones out of there. One with some issues, but can maybe work, and it's definitely at least useful for parts. And then 3, 4, no, 5 that all have issues. That being said, this is exactly what I expected. I wasn't sold anything more than this. So it is actually pretty cool. Anyways, this was a fun lot to explore. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.